What's up, y'all? I'm Sheila J, and welcome to the Diva Dish. This episode is all about Power Book 3, Episode 6, Level Up. Have not seen this episode. This will be my first time watching. Blow by blow, you'll get my reactions, my thoughts, I can feel the crunkness coming, but before we jump into it, if you've been to my channel before, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. But if you're new, hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop a new video, and let's get into it. Here we go. All right, so we start off. Raquel Rock is at the projects where she, is going to put the new stash house. She got the two apartments, one on top, one on the bottom. Brilliant, love the idea. When she gets up to the apartment, the one on the top, clearly somebody's, alerted the serviceman that they, move some shit around. They can't be doing that up in the projects. You gotta let them know if you want to hang a tag, child. First, she meets this lady in the hallway. And, Power, brilliant writers, Sasha Pence, Courtney Kemp, do they damn thing. And everything has significance. So the lady is saying, girl, that elevator don't work, child. And Rock is like, I've been here 5 times. I come here every time like at work. And the girl said, I've been living here 40 years and I still forget. That means something. Moving on. So she's climbing the stairs. She got the good old Louis Vuitton Speedo, another reference to the 90s. Love it. Kanan is doing his narrating that he does so well. He's talking about you can't stay in one place for too long. You get bored, you get tired, and it's dangerous. So she comes up the stairs. She comes to the apartment, and child, the guy, Bookman, child, in the hallway, like, girl, I told you can't be doing this shit. You make me lose my damn job. I don't care how much money you'd have paid me. When you gone, good and dead and gone. Now, hopefully not dead, but in jail or whatever else gonna go on. Don't mean to be foreshadowing, but it is a drug game in the 90s, okay? He's like, girl, you're gonna make me lose my job. Playing up here in these projects, doing all this shit, bubbling up floors. You can't be doing that. So she gets in the apartment, and I guess it's the Balderman Davis child up there talking about, you can't be doing this up in here. You got to let me know if you want to hang a towel, you want to change the paint, you want to put some contact paper on the walls, and you want to put a roach motel behind the refrigerator. You got to let me know. And she's like, I'm a cook. Brilliant. And she didn't mind. She is a cook of crack. But hey, she's a cook. And she's like, I'm a cook. I wanted to change this around because I'm going to put some, high-tech new stuff up in here, to suit me. And, she's flirting because she's fine, whatever. And he's like, look, why don't you meet me back here at 8 o'clock? Just me and you. And I reiterate, just me and you. Ugh, slime ball. And she's like, all right, I got it. Moving on. Then we cut to Kanan and Famous. They're on the streets, child, pounding the pavement, passing out these flyers for the showcase. Finally here. Kanan basically Jones and I'm talking about, can't believe you got me out here passing out these damn flyers. I'm a dope boy in the making. I ain't got time to be, pushing these flyers. I need to be pushing this crack so I can, get my girl Davina some ends. And, hopefully she'll give me some dream. Child. Then we see Malcolm Davis, Omar Epps, Kanan's daddy, coming up to the damn doctor like a goddamn thief in the night. She like, nigga, can't be walking up on me like that. I'm white. Okay? So she's like, sir. And he's like, look, what if I have a son? And she was like, I thought you said you ain't had no kids. He's like, bump all that. What if I have a son? She's like, well, it's a possibility that he could be a half match. It's not, guaranteed that he's going to be a total bone marrow match. And she's like, how old is he? And he said 15. And she's like, well, generally speaking and customarily, he would need to be 18. But in special circumstances like yours, because you're about to die, you look like you're about to die right now, you look awful, we can make an exception. And you're like, I bet. Crunkness coming. Moving on. So then we cut to the club where the showcase is going to be. Lou is there with little J-Lo John, and she's like, pumping him full of that gas, child, because, he's basically bankrolling the whole showcase, which is going to showcase her brother. He's basically bankrolling the studio. He paid off Camacho's boy and paid Camacho, child, and whatever. So they up in the club, and she's like the man with the loot, runs the show, runs the show, true. And everybody coming up to him with their hand out, child. Somebody got the hand out about the lights. Somebody got their hand out about, the sound dude. the decorations, this, that. And then Rock walks up. She's like, oh, what's up, big money? And he's like, hello. She's like, so you spending our money on showcases? And he was like, our money. The money I make is my money. This is my thing. So my business, pretty much. And she was like, no, nigga. The money we make, we emphasize, we and friends, we meaning you, me, and Marvin. And Kanan, but she don't know yet. This is our money. This is our empire. Because if one of us get arrested, then you're going to be wanting our money to get your ass out. So it's our money. So basically, he's like, my girl's sitting right there. She's like, I don't care. She walks out. She's like, I'm going to go make some more of our money. Moving on. Then we go to the police station, and Burke, who is Malcolm Davis's partner, the other J-Lo looking chick, this partner, Hispanic chick, the captain, the funny guy, calls her in the office, and he's like, what's up? Where's your partner? And she was like, he needs to be off. She was like, I know this nigga forever. He ain't never took a day off. He must be about to die. Yep, pretty much. And she's like, whatever. He was like, look, don't get to playing Nancy Drew, Penny from Inspector Gadget, go Gadget, nothing, okay? Out there in them streets, you can get your ass fucked up, okay? Mind your business, but keep a tight eye out. Be careful. I promise your daddy I will take care of you. She's like, all right, I got you. Moving on. Then we got to Lou. Oh, gotta go back. So when they were in the club, the reason Rock was really there, of course she clowned on her brother, but she was like, looking out like, we can sell us some shit up in here. We can make it. He was like, no, this got to be clean. Ain't gonna be no drugs. He's pulling a Jamie. He's like, we can start doing this and go legit. Rock in true Tasha fashion was like, legit? Nigga, you forgot what we do? This is cute. A cute front. We're going to continue to sell these drugs. And I'm going to leave you alone. I ain't going to claim no more. All right. So then we jump to now. Lou comes to see Unique. He walks in and Unique is like, what's up? And Lou is like, look, we having this showcase. I don't want no mess. I want no drugs. I want no violence. I just want a nice, clean show. And Unique, that nigga is mellow in front of company. But he's like, okay, he's agreeable. Soon as Lou leaves, he calls in Scrap, who was Rock's boy, and his other boy. All these H-Town looking niggas, okay? All of them got high top fades, jury on. And he's like, look, I want y'all to light that mother sucker up, okay? Moving on. But he does warn him. He says, Lou, I fucks with you because you a level-headed motherfucker, and Rock need that level-headedness around her because shit in these streets is getting real hot. Moving on. Then we cut to Marvin. He's going to meet Corner Boys. And I guess they were scoping out Unique's corners or whatever. And he's like, what's up? Did anybody show on the corners? And they like, no, nobody there. Problem. Then we cut to Rock and Kanan. Rock is cutting Kanan's hair. And she's like, so what about Symphony's class? Tell me about it. And he was like, because he know his mama be knowing. If she asking, she know. He was like, it's cool, Tried to talk him up, child. He's really teaching us stuff that we can use. And she was like, cut the bullshit. Why you ain't tell me you got picked up? Why you ain't tell me that Symphony picked you up? I need to know what that cop told you. Because last episode, Malcolm broke her face and said, Kanan is my child. So, of course, Rock want to know, what did he say? How did he say it? How was his head turned? How was his body turned? Were his legs crossed? Were his arms crossed? What happened? Everything. So, Kanan's like, he just said, ask me my birthday. gave me a handkerchief, wipe my face. And she was like, why you didn't tell me you and Scar got to fighting? And he said, I didn't think it was a big deal. Nigga, you got to stop not telling me shit. When you gonna learn? Moving on. Then we cut to Jukebox, Laverne. She laying there, wide-eyed, missing a baby child, her girlfriend, little white chick. Doorbell rings, and it's Mary Poppins, child of the day. Girlfriend, she's happy, hug, hug, hug. Moving on. But before I move on, she was really sweet. She was like, look, it wouldn't have mattered if you were black or white. The fact that I was kissing a girlfriend does not fit into their Upper East Side cookie cutter life. Lesbian daughter, don't work. You don't work in a black neighborhood either. Moving on. So yeah. Cuts to Rock. She's there talking to Marvin and Lou. They having a little meeting, child. And they out of work. They ain't got no more drugs. Well, they're running low on drugs. She tells Lou, go uptown, talk to Greasy, which is the dude from The Wire. And he was like, okay, and I got to go back to this thing, showcase. So she was like, okay, look, I'm going to piece together some work. And Marvin, you go continue to work on this apartment. And he was like, look, you keep, wasting my talent. You got me building shit when I could be, I don't know what you could be doing, Marley. You do seem to mess shit up all the time, but moving on. Basically, she clowns them. She was like, I'm always putting out these fires. I'm always making shit work, whatever. And then, she walks out. Lou was like, Marlon was clowning his brother like, I can't believe you're doing this stupid showcase shit. And Lou was like, well, your daughter is singing in this stupid showcase shit. Try being a father to your daughter, sir. Moving on. Okay, so this next scene, she goes to see the Wire dude. I think his name's Greasy. And when Rock gets there, remember earlier, I think it was episode 2 or 3, I think, she paid off his bodyguard to move down south. And in exchange, he told her when Unique's drop was going to be so that she could tell Malcolm and Malcolm could make the bust. Well, so she goes to see him to get more drugs. And she's like, where's Smurf at? He said he's moved on to greener pastures, pun intended. It's the employees that have been with you the longest. They get complacent, comfortable, easy to, I guess, buy off. And he was like, he would tell you that himself if he could tell anybody anything. He said, basically, our relationship is over. I don't trust you. And she was like, nobody trusts anybody. And he was like, plus, your competitor has agreed to pay me 20% on top of the going rate for his and your order. So, by savage moves Unique is making, he done busted up the trap house. Okay, almost killed Kanan, or got Kanan killed. And he didn't cut out the supply. So now Rock not only has to deal with Unique and the fact that Malcolm is knowing he's the baby daddy. Now she ain't got no work. It's about to get hairy. Moving on. And one more piece I want to put in there. You notice he always turns down his grandmama's or whoever that old lady is sitting right there, her hearing aid whenever she has business or he has business. So last time he turned it back up and she was like, what I missed? This time he turned it down and walked up. It was still turned down. Rock is walking away and grandmama says, bingo. How'd you hear that? Moving on. So now we cut to Kanan and Marvin. And Kanan was like, let me holler at you. So they drive to a Phillips 76, I think, that was off E-Way. And Kanan was like, that's our future right there. Customers come through, get their gas, drive through, they're gone. All these white people coming to the hood, to get this gas, because really they're just coming out the E-way because they need gas. We're going to educate them about this good old crack. Let them know that it comes from the powder. Because they want to be down with the hood. And what is more down with the hood than crack, y'all? It's cheap. Margin is fat as hell. And this is far enough away from corner so we're not stepping on Auntie Bati's toes. Marvin was like, sounds great. But no, your mama basically told me she would have my hide for fucking with you again, okay? We had our little time. But that whole stash out stuff when you almost got, you know, killed. Can't play with you. Tempting, but you kryptonite. You know we gonna do it. Moving on. Rock goes to see, she goes to the bodega. You know, the dude been beating up on his wife every time they go in there. She got a black eye, busted lip, something, child. So Rock is looking at her like, girl. And she's like, I failed. She was like, right into your husband's fist. And she was like, look, I need to holler at your cousin, Rivera. And she's like, I can't do that. My husband hates him. And he was like, what your husband wants, if we moved our lips the only time men wanted us to, we'd have a mouthful of dick with nothing to say. Savage. She was like, I know you can make it happen. Just be sneaky, do what you gotta do. Make it happen for me. And she was like, all right. Moving on. Then we cut to Malcolm's customer. Malcolm's partner. What's her name, child? Lil J-Lo. She's driving around trying to get intel, runs into Juke and Mary Poppins, child, putting out flyers for the showcase. So she stops her and she's like, you know, she sees her with the white girl. She popped, you know, clocking game, whatever. And she like a little, you know, she might be on the same team. And she was like, you know, I understand what you got going on, but listen, I'm investigating DeWiz's murder. Of course, Juke, you know, she's from the hood. She shuts down. Snitches get stitches, okay? Moving on. She gives her her card, though. She's like, if you remember anything, give me a call. Moving on. Child, now that I'm thinking about it, baby, that cop was kind of lingering, looking at jukebox, and because she know the game, because she saw her, you know, hugging up, kissing Mary Poppins, getting on the bus, going back to the Upper East Side, child. What if she really turned jukebox out, and that's the reason jukebox became a cop? Whew. Y'all play too much power. Moving on. So this next scene, we cut to where Rock and Kanan's. They're getting ready for the showcase. It was so cute. Kanan came out, you know, with his tie and his sweater vest, child, looking like Motown Philly back again, Boys to Men. And he's like, Mama, you know, do my tie. She's like, I don't know how to tie no tie, child. This time I wish your daddy was around, whoever he is. And he was like, where are you going? And she was like, I gotta make a stop. She had to go see Alderman Davis, the asshole superintendent, child. Here we go. Ooh, this scene seemed very last timey to me. It's like, not yet, y'all. We just did episode, what, 7? 6? Episode 6? We got 4 more to go. Ooh, moving on. Then we got to Scrap and Unique's boy in the car. Child, he started pumping the brakes, tapping the window, and then the compartment open, child. 2 guns. They pulled them out. Dude was like, time to get it popping. They at the showcase. It's about to go down. Moving on. Child, they got some guy up there. This dude. I don't even know who he put me in the mind of. His high fade is very Kid from Kid and Play. But anyway, shoulder pads, leather suit. Maybe Keith Sweat, maybe. Moving on. So then they go backstage. Juke is there with Mary Poppins. Famous come back there trying to holler at it, you know, Mary Poppins. And Juke is like, fall off my girl. I mean, she didn't say that, but pretty much. Juke nervous, child. Juke don't want to go on stage. So Kanan comes back there and he was like, you must be Nicole. That was real cute because, you know, him and Juke real close. He knows she liked the girls or whatever. It's real cute. Anyway. So, yeah, so he goes to the bathroom and well, no, he goes to the door and Juke is in there. She's like, I can't do it. And he's like, girl, come on out. Don't make me act like I threw up again like I did the last time you got nervous about some child. It was cute. She came out. Okay. Moving on. Oh my God. So then we cut to. Okay, so now Juke is coming to see, not Juke, child, Rock is coming to the apartment to see the asshole superintendent guy. She got on, you know, leather dress, leather coat, looking real spicy, sassy. He answers the door. He looking at his watch like, just can't wait. So Rock comes in. She opens her bag. She got a gun and a stack of, you know, a band or two. So she comes in and basically throws the band on the table. It's like, look, you know, basically I know what you want, but this is what you're gonna get. And he was like, I want some of that ass too. And she was like, I know. Then he hits her. Bad move. Knocks her down. She's coughing, coughing, coughing. He comes up, gets ready to undo his pants like he finna trying to rape her. She picked up a sledgehammer, knocked that bastard out. Sledgehammer. Okay. Moving on. Okay, yeah. So then, Marlon's fixing up. It cuts, you know, to Marlon at the apartment. Look like he talking to somebody, child. And he talking to the man, the rapist. He's in the wall with the pink insulation around him. Still alive. Marvin's like, you know, it just makes me so mad. You know, Rock don't trust me, just venting. He was like, dude, you made me feel bad. I'm so glad you know, let me pour my heart to you. Then takes a nail gun, shoots him twice in the head with it, and encases him in the wall with the sheetrock. Moving on. Then we come back to the showcase. You know, it kind of shows a little bit more banter. Rah, rah, rah. Rah, rah, rah on the Juke. You know, like, you got it. Gonna turn it out. It's gonna be fire. Okay. Then it shows Scrap and his friend, Unique's boy, climbing in the window of where the showcase is being held to position themselves to spray the crowd. Moving on. Then we cut to the club. Rock finally gets there. And she runs into Symphony and basically roasted his ass. Like, why you ain't tell me you picked my son up? You know, yeah, he told me that he asked you not to say anything, but why you ain't say shit? Didn't I tell you to not come between me and my child? Moving on. So yeah, so Rock was outside basically roasting Symphony, telling him that it was over because he betrayed her. And she walks up to the door and Lou is out there. These guys trying to get in. They're from Brooklyn. And he was like, you know, you're on the south side, right? Nobody's getting in strapped. This is a non-violent, we hope, event. And Rock comes up and the dude is like, okay, we're just trying to hear some music. Got real humble, child. And Rock was like, you know what, Lou, I'm proud of you. You're doing your thing. But when the sun come up tomorrow, we back at this work. Have fun. Bye-bye. Then she's walking out and there's Lieutenant Garcia, Lieutenant Brent, whatever her name is, child. And yeah, she's like, I want to talk to you about this D-Wiz, and you know what Rock said. Moving on. Then we get in the club and the same dude that was at the door, he was also in Unique's office when Lou came to see him. Keep that in mind. He in the club clowning Lou, trying to holler at little Jennifer Lopez, like, you know, and she was like, I'm Lou's girl. He was like, so? Balls. Moving on. This punk ass upstairs. And Jennifer Lopez, like, you need to tell your people to calm down because he cool. Keep that in mind. With the dudes that was at the door trying to clown Lou. That was also in Unique's office. Ooh, this getting so good. So he come up there with a blunt, child, and he got a damn vial of crack, sprinkling crack on it. Oh, Mary Poppins sitting there with Jennifer Lopez. Ooh. And he passes it to Jennifer Lopez. Thank God. I'm gonna quit calling it that. can't remember my name, Lou's girlfriend. She's like J-Lo. Passed it to her. She like, no. Then he passes it to Mary Poppins' child, and she hits it. You know, it's about to be some Melody Snowfall type shit going on. You know. So then everybody's in the club. Okay, everybody with Rock, because Rock done left. And Famous and Jukebox perform. It's the bomb. Marvin's like, that's my daughter. You know, it's real cute. Then Scrap and Unique's boy get to shooting or whatever. And they hit some people, but they didn't hit Marvin. Because, you know, Scrap is pretty much a double agent. Rock sent him out, you know, to get the intel. So when they come out the club, Unique's boy is like, I knew that you was with the shit. You had a clear shot. You didn't take it. Baby, Kanan get him some. Famous get him some. Lou get him some. And Marvin go pick up the Corner boys, and they like, where we going to Corners? He said, no, we're going to the gas station. Basically takes his nephew's idea. We'll see how that goes. They basically drop Scrap off at Lou's house, child, in a very compromising position. I'll see y'all next week. It's about to get super crunk.